welcome to Razor Active. And today we have some interesting people with us. Interesting. My co-presenter today is the handsome, debonair Mr. Marc Lim. And today, how come you so soft?
How come I'm so soft?
Yeah, wait. Let me put.
Question or?
Ayo.
His voice is soft as well.
His voice soft. Okay, wait. I put like that lah. Better not. Okay. Can still hear not?
Is it louder now?
I don't know. Can hear you lah.
Can.
But I like touching your chest also, so it's fine. Okay. And then today we have someone who has been here with us a couple of times, and he has his own mutual appreciation fan club because all the other fans also always ask where is he. And one of the reasons is because he also has quite a lot to say about a lot of things lah.
Yeah, also I'm a Spurs fan. Everybody likes Spurs.
Really? Everybody likes Spurs.
That's the main reason.
I'm sure.
It's everybody's second favorite club. Yeah.
Second favorite? Who's the first favorite then?
Whatever team they support lah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, Edwin is back in the house with us today, and he, of course, used to be the editor for sports in TNT.
No, I wasn't the editor, but I was a journalist.
Journalist lah.
Yeah.
But sports lah.
Sports lah. Yeah,
Sports lah.
Yeah.
With speciality in football lah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Time.
Correct. Okay, and today we have another one who also is quite good with balls. Smaller one. No indication of other types, but now he's looking at me with the eyes. You see the lantui eyes. Ching. His name is Benny.
Why did I sign up for this, man?
I don't know. Benny Teo, and he is a Liverpool fan, and he's the editor of Golf Punk magazine.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming here today. Now, today we are going to talk about a couple of different things. There are lots of different things that we want to talk about, from Suzuki Cup all the way to, of course, BPL, which all of us know and love.
Okay.
First and foremost, Suzuki Cup, your takes on Singapore.
Well, I'll let them start first since I'm biased.
Then down here, show your beautiful...
My Singapore...
Your man boobs. Your man boobs. Show your man boobs.
Must start singing Majulah Singapore.
Show lah. Your tete quite nice one today. Hey, Benny. So, Ed, you used to write about them quite a bit.
Actually, I didn't write that much about Singapore team. I think the only thing that I actually did write about was when they lost 4-0 to Malaysia that time. And that was a good match.
What?
I didn't watch the last two Suzuki Cup match, but I was talking to some of my friends, about the game. One thing that we've always noticed about Singapore teams through the ages is that no matter who they play, somehow the other teams always seem to be faster than Singapore players for whatever reason. Finally, this time round, apparently, Cambodia is a lot slower than Singapore. And that's the first time that we actually found a team that was slower than the Singapore team.
Okay, I shall not criticize. Neutral. What about you, Benny?
Well, I don't know how many times they can rely on a 89-minute penalty to win the cup, but
we better not say too much.
I'm
Our
not too
team
sure,
also
man.
a bit like that.
I'm not too sure. But they're looking good. Seem to be looking good. Cruising through. Despite the lights falling out on them, the stadium's not ready for them for practice rounds and whatnot. But I think they could go all the way.
Maybe.
I think they could go.
Maybe, Mark.
Well, I mean, if you look at the matches so far, they've been, I mean, like the last two editions of the cup, they've been doing just enough to qualify. And whether or not that's a good thing, remains to be seen, because the Singapore team has always traditionally, just slowly progressed and done just enough to qualify, and then just impressed at the semi-final and the final stages. And I was talking to some of the players before I came here and doing some homework, and actually they feel that this team is better than the last two editions, because there's more.
Which actually won stuff.
Yeah, they're the defending champions. We've won the last two editions, so we're the two-time defending champions, and they feel that this team is actually stronger because we've got the likes of Alex Durik and Indra Sadan, who are on the bench because they don't have enough players, don't have spaces in the team, and we've got Sharil Ishak, who's quite a good player, and he's on the bench as well. So they've got more quality coming off the bench, and they can do things to change matches and whatnot, and they feel like, yeah, this team is better than the last two editions, which also makes sense because it's important, because Thailand are looking quite good. and probably if there's anyone to
I heard
beat,
Thailand looking good lah, Vietnam looking good lah, everybody else is looking good.
Vietnam's okay lah. They just beat Malaysia 3-2, I think, to be in a better position to qualify for the semi-final.
Notice how all of us are like, which is an indication. I mean, is okay. Do you think that lack of local support is there?
Definitely is, because you're looking at even the last edition when we made the final. Just commenting to a friend who was just observing the crowd. They don't even know the proper way to cheer. They don't know the right times to cheer. People
what do you mean proper way? Got proper way, non-proper way, man?
No, you see, like,
I know referee Kayu. That one I know.
Precisely, referee Kayu. Then when the Thai team walked out, you cheer. And then when the but it's you don't feel like people. It felt like people going there to watch NDP, because everyone knew we were going to be the champion. So people just go there and get into the atmosphere, and there wasn't enough educated people about
educated people.
Yeah, I mean
about football,
about the game, about Singapore football. But in some ways you can't really blame them. I guess maybe people are taking some time to get used to the foreign talent. There's 7 in the lineup now. There's only 4 locals. So.
Well, we'll see.
That may be a problem, but at the end of the day, we're a country that's embraced foreign talent for the longest time. My grandfather came from Indonesia, blah blah blah.
We're all technically diaspora, right?
Yeah, so
we're
all pariahs.
All biased. Well,
pariahs.
We all pariah. Okay, we all went out into the streets actually to find out what people in Singapore thought about the Suzuki Cup. So let's take a look.
Have you all heard of the Suzuki Cup before for football?
No.
The ASEAN Cup?
No.
No, I don't. No.
No, I'm not a football guy. Maybe cricket.
Do you watch soccer at all?
Yes.
But you don't watch local soccer?
No.
Why not?
Just don't feel like watching.
So what do you usually watch for soccer?
EPL?
And who do you support?
No one.
Don't know.
It's Singapore football.
Oh, I'm not interested.
Not interested? See, a lot of people are not interested in local football.
No, never heard of.
Did you hear about that?
Never heard about it at all?
Never heard about Singapore winning anything much in football.
That's quite true.
Yes, the Suzuki Cup. It was not called Suzuki Cup.
Very good. Now, what is the Suzuki Cup?
Yeah, it's the ASEAN football tournament.
He knows his stuff.
The Tiger Cup, Asian Football Federation.
You know about the Suzuki Cup?
Yeah.
Now, Singapore supposedly is the defending champion.
Yeah, they won 3 times, 2 years in a. I mean, two cup in a row.
Wow.
Yeah. What else you want to know? Thailand won 3 times, so it's either we or Thailand gonna win it for the 4th time.
So, what do you think are our chances?
I don't know, because we are a mixed team, so very, very good chance, I guess.
Very good chance?
Yeah, because we have a lot of mixed players. League-wise, our league is a variety of players compared to the others where they are very, very localized.
So you're saying we have too much foreign talent?
Yes!
I think Singapore should win the cup this season.
Even though we're defending champions and they say it's quite impossible?
Not so sure about that. But I know Singapore will win. If they can defend the 3rd time, I mean, they can beat Brazil of Southeast Asia.
Brazil or Southeast Asia, that one is confidence, yeah?
Quite slim.
Why do you think it's quite slim?
I heard Indonesia doing quite well from the last match. And I think the recent Cambodia match against Singapore is quite pathetic.
But they beat 5-0.
Yeah, 5-0, but it seems like they are not doing well.
I strongly believe they have the spirit to go all the way through to win this cup.
Wow.
I mean, if they play like Arsenal, like team spirit, not like individual proudness. It's a team, actually. Some people, like one name, the name must come on, must score the goal, must, come out in the newspaper. This is the cause of the downfall, I think, actually.
So you think there is a possibility that Singapore will do well in the Suzuki Cup?
Yeah. I mean, if they, play like Arsenal, the young stars, they are playing like, superstars, actually. And Hull City is an amazing team, I mean, 2nd division, they can climb up to the top. No, we mustn't underestimate anybody, I think.
So so cannot underestimate Singapore as well.
Of course.
Oh, now
I mean, the Lions, right?
I think they have a chance. The only rivals, I think, is Vietnam.
Of course, we do have a chance.
pro Singapore.
Yes, of course, of course.
Anything to say to the Lions?
I leave it to my daughter to say. Last word.
Good luck.
Yeah, good luck.
Well, that seems to be what people think. They seem to think that we can win. So
Some.
I mean, there's always a chance, but
always a chance.
Ball
always
is
a
round.
chance.
ball is round. We take it one shot at a time.
Do you think that because I don't know, I mean, this tournament such as this was something created not too long ago. Unlike like the SEA Games and stuff like that we have never won the SEA Games. I think the support of the SEA Games maybe was a little bit stronger than this thing. Apart also from the fact that we won it twice and now it's the third time. I don't know. It feels like it's
a bit old.
It's a bit old, and we're not so excited about this particular cup, which has changed the name since Tiger
Tiger
was
Cup.
there as well. So it doesn't feel like a real competition. Well, of course we know it's a real competition, but it doesn't feel like a real competition like a SEA Games would or a World Cup qualifier would, that sort of thing. I think there was a lot of excitement during the World Cup qualifier when we actually made it through, to the group stages. I think the support there was maybe a little bit stronger than what it is now.
Do you think it's a question of like whether or not it's a Mickey Mouse game as well? Because a lot of people have been saying, the lack of professionalism in the players. Last time there was Thailand who walked out, and then this time around, Myanmar versus Singapore, Myanmar walked out. And of course, the training grounds, even for the Singapore Lions, everybody knows the light, like you were saying just now, the lighting was bad, the pitch was bad, everything, kind of like all kabuk, and match areas were changed from Bangkok to Phuket, that kind of thing. So do you think these are reasons why, the Suzuki Cup isn't taken seriously? And if it isn't, why do we still participate?
I don't know. I'll let Mark talk about that.
I guess participating is important because the SEA Games has gone on to an under-23 tournament. Before it was, you can get all your senior players to play and all that. And Fandi Ahmad, Sundramoorthy, even way before their time, all the top players were represented at the SEA Games. But since it's an under-23 tournament now, a void is needed to have this tournament, where the best of ASEAN football is paraded. So in this way, the tournament, is the right one. But what was said, having the name change on that wasn't too good a thing. I guess from the start we should have just called it the AFF Cup or the ASEAN Cup, and then sponsors can come in, and you shouldn't give them the name, to the sponsors, and maybe that was in hindsight that could have been changed. But in terms of having this tournament, I guess it's important because you look at when Indonesia plays about 90,000 people over there.
In case you don't know, right at this point though, we are actually playing a little bit of the clip where Myanmar walked out against Singapore, and you see all the players going. And this, of course, is Agu, who, and of course there was the fighting, people were like...
But having come to this again, there is a need to educate, I guess,
And still participate?
Because at the end of the day, it's about football growing in this region. At the end of the day, do we still want to just play Thailand and Malaysia and maybe Vietnam, who we know will give us a better game? But the likes of Myanmar and Cambodia has been improving. Laos also has been improving. They almost held Malaysia to draw. I mean, they actually dominated the game after 60 over minutes until Malaysia scored. Yeah. And it's about just growing the football in this region better. So I guess, but all these scenes won't help. People pushing the referee and not agreeing to the referee. So I guess it's all about.
But to be fair, I mean, I guess sometimes when there's some professionalism in the country, professional football in the country, this kind of thing happens. But let's be honest, this doesn't only happen at Southeast Asian level. I mean, what was it in the European Championship when Figo and walked up when Zidane got a penalty in the semi-final?
But you only see not one whole team though.
Well, I think 2 or 3 players walked out in that particular game. I mean, if you're still seeing this at the highest professional league, you can imagine in a country where they're not playing professional football. It's more about passion, and more they feel that referees unfair.
And it's a passion thing.
It's wrong, and I think maybe the federation should do something about it and deliver very harsh punishments for things like that. Maybe that's one of the problems as well. I think the punishments for teams doing things like that are not being harsh at all. I mean, the farcical match between Thailand and what was it? No, the one where
Indonesia,
they scored their own goals, you know, and stuff like that. I mean, the punishment wasn't nearly as harsh as all, you know. So I think that's one thing. If you want people to take this cup seriously, it's got to be done in a more competitive way. That, you know, if you do something like that, you're out of it, you know, and it makes you feel painful that you're out of it. You shame a nation, you shame your own country for doing things like that, you know.
I think that's a good point, because, you know, like the last time when Thailand walked out, you know, in the name of Asean solidarity, Thailand got away with a slap on the wrist, and that's basically it. So, you know, notice this tournament, if you go to Soccer Net, you know, the results of the tournament are there. CNN has a ticker tape where the results are there, and you know, like Edwin said, when that own goal between Thailand and Indonesia, it made CNN Play of the Day, obviously for the wrong reasons. So it's going out there that we are having this, you know, Mickey Mouse tournament, but actually, if you look at it and if you break it down, it shouldn't be a Mickey Mouse tournament. You know? It should be the pride of ASEAN football.
It is the European Championship of ASEAN. You know, it's the AFC Cup, I guess, of FF, you know, of ASEAN. This is what we have. You know, like Marc said, we don't have the SEA Games anymore. You know, what we have right now, this is it. This is where all the national teams come together and see who's the king of ASEAN. You know, and I think it's a good tournament, but it's a long way from being done right yet. You know, and I think the people organizing it should really have a long, hard look. You know, at it. Marc hit it spot on when you change the name from a Tiger Cup to Suzuki Cup. It's straight away. A lot of people, what are we talking about? You know, I think I didn't even know for a while what is a Suzuki Cup. You know, for a while, and I think a lot of people out there
all question marks.
Yeah, it's all question marks. You know. And how do you do that? I mean, you wouldn't change the name of European Championships or the World Cup. Let's put it that way. You know?
English Premier League became Barclays Premier League. What?
A lot of people still calling it EPL though. You know,
EPL,
so.
And if you change the name like the Worthington Cup into a Carling Cup,
and that's the Mickey Mouse Cup, as everybody calls it, right? But you never call FA Cup a different name. You know, it's still the FA Cup, right? So it's like I heard this commentator say the other day that when Spurs won the whatever name it was back then, the League Cup, you know, and they can't even remember what name it was in that particular year.
And then they were like, question mark.
Exactly. So if you think about it, the name changing part of it is a bad PR move for one, you know. But I think on top of all that,
Hokkien Mee Cup.
See who sponsors next time.
But on top of all that, I think the professionalism part of it, of every single football association in the country, you know, they have to treat us a bit more seriously. They have, I think we do. You know, I think Singapore treats it very seriously. But I think the other countries got to tell their own national players, like, you can't do things like this. You're playing at the highest level in the region. You have to be a professional player on the pitch. You know, I think that's something.
That's the most important.
That's the most important part of it.
Now, question for all three of you, just a yes or no. Do you think Singapore is on track for Goal 2010? Yes or no? Edwin?
Well, we're not going to the World Cup.
Okay. Marc?
I think it's the idea of reaching 2010. 2010 was just an arbitrary goal. I mean, like you know, like the goalpost, you can move back. And
so is it a yes or no?
So we are on the way.
On the way, Benny?
No.
Okay, well, stay tuned, because after these messages, we will see how you guys in the street felt about Goal 2010. We'll be right back.